Hey guys, welcome back to Good Shot Gaming. I am Good Shot, and today we're going to be talking about the Google Stadia. But before we do, pause this video, go down in the comments, let me know how you're doing, the good, the bad, the ugly. Let me have a little bit, just let me know, and then I can respond to you and see how, maybe I'll cheer you up. Maybe I won't. Maybe somebody else will. Maybe you can be that person that comments something nice on somebody's comment who's not doing well. Hey, you never know. You could lighten up somebody's day, and that's always a good thing. While you're down there, go ahead and click the subscribe button and get more content from me in the future. I'm uploading right now about once a week. And then after the video, if you liked it, go down and hit the up like button. If you didn't, downvote it. That's how it goes. All right, so today we're going to be talking about Google Stadia. And this is a device that I have very mixed feelings about because I think it introduces something new and does something that hasn't really been done before. But I'm also conflicted because I don't think it's going to do well, which does kind of suck. If you don't know, Google Stadia is Google's new streaming video game service. They're saying that it'll handle up to 4K with HDR video with low latency. And you stream all of your games. All of your games, so you don't download anything, you just stream them. Kind of like, it's like a Netflix of video games. And on the surface, I think that idea has a lot of potential. I think the ability to be able to just stream whatever game you wanted, that you don't have to wait for downloads, you don't have to wait for, big updates. You don't have to wait while you're downloading things. And I think that possibility, that future is a possibility, but I don't think that future is now. And the reason I say that is because, for one, their launch release titles are just not great. You have the definitive editions of Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which are 3 great games, but 2 of them are, 2014, 2016, 2018. They're not new games, really. Ghost Recon Breakpoint's on the list, and Breakpoint isn't doing well if you followed that at all. That's caused a ton of internal problems with Ubisoft, and they're delaying their games until, next fiscal year now instead of, fiscal year 2021 instead of 2020. So that's not a great game to launch with, really, because nobody really wants it. Nobody's buying it. It's causing issues for Ubisoft. Grid is on there, which is a game I'm excited for. I haven't played it yet. It's out, but I just haven't bought it because I love racing games, and anytime I get a hands on a new racing game, I'm all about it. But racing games are kind of a niche market. Like, there's not a lot of people that go out and buy racing games. So that's an issue. The Founders Edition, which is coming out of Stadia, is coming out, I think, within this month. And then the basic model comes out next year sometime. And with the Founders Edition, on launch day, they're not going to have family sharing, which is something that was slated as, if you buy this game and you want to share it within your household, you buy it once and you family share it. That's not going to exist for the Founders Edition launch. So if you have multiple accounts for your kids, that's an owl. Right on top of the pole my camera's on. That's pretty neat. I don't know if I can get a picture of him and move my camera. All right. Wow, it was bright out. All right. So the family sharing is something they promised that would be available, and it's not. So if you want to have, let's say I had a son that I wanted to be able to let him play Grid, and I didn't want him to use my save account. I wanted him to use his, so he has his own account. I can't share that game with him. We have to buy it twice at $60. So that's a bit disappointing. So the game launch list is just not great. The family sharing features not being present, that's not great. And then the other reason I don't think Stadia is going to do well, especially now and this year, maybe 5 years from now it'll do better, but is its internet speed and internet bandwidth. A large majority of the United States has very bad internet. Here in Central Florida, the internet's okay in most places, but not all. But I have friends who live in Virginia and Pennsylvania, and they have some of the worst internet I've ever seen. Like, they're still on barely DSL speeds. They have problems streaming Netflix, much less 1080p Google Stadia video games. So that's going to be a big obstacle to overcome. And I think Google is in a place where they can affect change in that area. I know Google Fiber is a thing. And if they are able to branch out and give everyone better internet, or work with other ISPs to increase it, everyone's bandwidth, I think there's a future where game streaming could happen. I just don't see it today. And the other issue is going to be latency. Anytime you have a network, let's say you have a phone that you're using as a controller and it's connected to the cell tower, and then the cell tower connects to, the servers, ISP servers, and that goes out from there. Every step of the way adds something that can cause latency and lag. So having a controller that connects directly to your internet, directly to the Google servers, there's going to be latency, there's going to be lag. And whether or not it's something noticeable to you as a player remains to be seen. We don't know that yet. I don't foresee it going overly well, just because if you have, I am picturing pressing a lot of buttons on a controller with like a fighting game, and then just your character kind of, oh yeah, I want to do that now, and then he goes and does it. That's just what I'm picturing. And I could be wrong, but I don't think I am there. I think that it's going to be an issue. I am excited for Stadia because it gives the opportunity of being able to play games anywhere, on the go. I love that idea. I love being able to, I'm on a 30-minute break at work, let me play Call of Duty. What a fantastic idea. But everything has to work for that to happen. It's not, it's not NVIDIA getting up there and saying RTX just works. Hopefully the very near future provides for us to be able to play games anywhere in the world at any time of day, however we want, and we'll be able to share them, and maybe we'll even be free of microtransactions at that point. I doubt it. But I really do hope that the future of gaming is streaming. That'd be great. But, the internet goes out, now you can't play games. You can't go play the campaign to Call of Duty. You can't play City Skylines, which I enjoy playing. You can't play those games not on the internet if all of it's streaming. So the more and more things we introduce to streaming only, the more room there is for us to not be able to play when one of those technical limitations line up to cancel out everything that we've done. Or want to do, I should say. The idea of just being able to sit on a computer with no internet access and build a city, because that's what I feel like doing that afternoon. That resonates with me. And yeah, 98% of the time my computer's on the internet, but I live in Central Florida, and sometimes we have hurricanes, and sometimes we lose power, or sometimes we lose internet, or sometimes a thunderstorm happens and lightning strikes somewhere and the internet goes down for a couple hours. During those times, it would be great to have physical media, or media that's held on a hard drive. Granted, none of that's going to help if the power goes out, but if the internet goes out, you can still play. And I just can't get past that. And then you add in the fact with computer hardware, you're probably, if you spec your computer out a certain way, you're going to get the best graphics you can simply because of your hardware, not because of your internet speed. So I think they're saying that 4K, streaming 4K, you're going to need 35 megabytes per second internet, which isn't a lot, but it's, you know, how reliable is that stream going to be for 35 megabytes per second when you have, you know, your cell phone connected to the Wi-Fi, you have, you know, all of these other devices. Maybe you have a TV in another room that's running Netflix at 4K, which needs 25 megabytes per second. Now all of a sudden, you're up to 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 megabytes per second download speed just to stream 2 or 3 devices. So those are things that we got to look at. We have to figure out what happens from there. But with a computer, you know, I play all my games pretty much at 1440p and I play them at 144 frames per second. I know that because that's how I have everything set up. And with Google Stadia, what kind of refresh rate am I going to get? Is the refresh rate even going to matter? So there's still a lot of questions to answer. So that's kind of my opinions and thoughts on Google Stadia. I would appreciate it if you let me know how you feel about Google Stadia down below in the comments. And like I said in the beginning, if you like this video, go ahead and like it. If you don't, dislike it. Let me know why. Let me know what you want me to improve on. We're a small channel. I got, 136 subs right now. So give me some feedback so that I can improve what I'm giving to you guys. All right. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you next time.